Welcome back to another ingenuous ass video. Profile pictures are an absolute staple in your image as an internet user and shit. A profile picture truly depicts what type of person you are based on what type of profile picture you actually pick. I mean, they're the first thing most people see when checking out your profile for whatever website it is. Whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, Reddit, Skype, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, etc. And you may be wondering why I brought up all those social media platforms. I mean, the gist is that we're just talking about profile pictures here, right? But it's to actually extend the time of this video, you dumb fucks. In fact, me saying this sentence is also extending the time of the video, but you won't know it until I actually finish saying this sentence. Moving back to the main point of the video today, I'm going to be talking about the most toxic profile pictures people have. It's really hard to truly define every type of toxic profile picture there is, but I think there are universally agreed upon ones. And by the way, I know every person with these PFPs is not going to be toxic, obviously. I just need to say that before people start crying in the comments. And even if you do, I don't care. So the very first one that we're going to start off with is just the very plain profile pictures. Just the default unembellished profile pictures given by the websites respectively themselves when you don't want to make a profile picture. You know, they give you this automatically after creating an account and shit. You may be confused why this is actually here, but hear me out real quick. So since 99% of the world is already lazy, we can equate this to why a lot of people have this as their profile picture. 99% is a big number as well. So really think of it, out of all those people who don't change their profile picture, you think toxic people aren't going to slip by and come through? They do, and it shows, because I swear the mofos like this with this profile picture always have the most to say. Most of the time it's stupid shit and they're not even being just toxic. I feel like they think they're above people just all of the time. Not to mention, I feel like this profile picture gives you like a sense of safety. Since you're not showing anything about yourself from the picture itself, you feel like you're anonymous in that bitch and have no consequences to face. Like they say, it's the no face, no case. Next, we got the anime profile pictures. But not just any anime profile picture, like I really need to clarify something. I know a lot of people say all people with anime profile pictures are toxic, but I really just don't think that's the case. Although it can vary and anyone having an anime profile picture could be toxic, there is one universally agreed one that no one can really argue with, and that is the Eren Yeager profile picture. My god, these people have something mentally wrong with them in the way they act. I swear, you'll hear the most unbearable things stated in the world from these people. Anime fan bases are already toxic, but the AOT fan base is just another different level of toxic. And that's why I think people with Eren as their profile picture are just so toxic. If you bring up one thing you dislike about Attack on Titan, they're like Eren Yeager's personal defenders. You might as well have just spit in their mother's asshole and chopped off their father's head. At all occasions, they will just have paragraphs written about how Eren Yeager is the best MC in anime of all time. And you're wrong for not putting AOT as your #1 best anime of all time. Oh, and don't forget the people that put in their bio Eren over any other person in fiction. But there are some other anime profile pictures I want to bring up as well. Another one is Goku. This is self-explanatory. I mean, we all know that meme, he not being Goku though. Specifically even more when it's like the Ultra Instinct version of Goku. Another one is Itachi. Maybe we could throw in some Gon and Killua profile pictures there. And I hate to say it, but sometimes the mofos are like the JoJo profile pictures. My profile picture is literally based off a character in JoJo, so you cannot say I'm biased. The next one we got is the legendary Xbox 360 profile picture. This one has to be the most universally agreed upon one in the entire world. I've seen so many people say this, so you know I had to include it. The crazy thing is, I was never really an Xbox 360 person like that. I was usually a PS3 person. And you may be wondering why I didn't have an Xbox 360. Because I was a broke ass nigga, okay? My parents never wanted to pay for the Xbox 360 live shit, so they just bought a PS3 instead. I'm glad though. I can't believe y'all niggas really paid monthly just to play online with other niggas too. Anyways, going back to it, even not being an Xbox person myself, I could already tell people with this profile picture were gonna be toxic. This picture literally reminds me of Duncan from Total Drama Island, and that man was wild as shit, so I know you would be toxic if you had this. Next is gonna be the crying Bart Simpson profile picture. If you have this, I just want to let you know that you are not depressed. I've always said this, but people with this profile picture clinically diagnose themselves with depression after listening to Lucid Dreams once. They probably watch sad Bart Simpson edits in a loop, but all these edits are literally just a grainy filter over some music with a scene in The Simpsons. It's funny too, because you have videos on YouTube named like 13 minutes of sad edits for depressed teenagers, with 1.9 million views, by the way. If you ever watch this shit, you have never been depressed in your life. Teens nowadays will have one day where they're sad and think they're depressed all of a sudden. Like, no, that is not how it works. Depression is not a quirky thing to go through where you just watch one of these edits and become friends with these other quote-unquote depressed people. In reality, it just takes away from the real people who are actually struggling from it. That's why they've even made subreddits named like I'm 14 and this is deep to make fun of the fakers. Okay, I think that was long enough. We're gonna move on. The next one is the aesthetic profile pictures. By the way, just so you know, the definition of aesthetic itself is being concerned with the beauty or the appreciation of beauty. So how the fuck is adding a shitty filter with emojis to a picture helping appreciate the beauty of it. Or it'll just be adding a grainy filter to the picture itself, because nowadays I guess beauty is the equivalent to something like this. The crazy thing too is that most people with aesthetic profile pictures always have something to do with anime. Since anime has blown up like tremendously since quarantine, you have a lot of people just having these because it's a trend or something. And I guarantee you, the people with these profile pictures have never watched a single episode of anime in their life. Their equivalent of watching anime is like watching one episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender. After that, they're quote-unquote certified weeb. The next one we've got is the Bratz doll profile picture. You will never catch any guy with this type of profile picture, by the way. And no girl that has this is over the age of 12. They probably roleplay on Roblox all day and think Nicki Minaj is the greatest rapper alive. These little girls with this profile picture are so fucking mean too, by the way. Like, I never knew they could push it to that level, man. They are brutal. If you disrespect something that's so fond to them, they will come for your life. The worst part too, I think, is the shitty memes they make using these dolls. Here's an example of one. Someone: are you seriously going to cry because you're stressed? Me. And oh my god, the doll's red eyes because she's about to cry because she's stressed. Like, no one has ever made fun of someone for crying because they're fucking stressed. And there's just hundreds of memes like this that are super unfunny, but once you add the Bratz dolls, they go crazy over it. The next one we've got is the Fortnite profile pictures. Fortnite itself is already known for being so goddamn toxic already. I mean, saying someone is a Fortnite kid now is literally an insult. Not even the devil would want to be
associated with that sin word.
But the fact that you rep the game with a profile picture from it really just says a lot about yourself. I kid you not, no one with this profile picture cannot be over the age of 10. Because I know your ass will get bullied in school if your friends ever find out you have a Fortnite profile picture. Even if you're in elementary school, I feel like kids would still make fun of you for having a Fortnite profile picture. It's pretty much just anti-woman repellent at this point. Anyways, the next one we have is the XXXTentacion profile pictures. Now look, as a person who's been an X fan for years, I can still admit this. And you know he's left an impact when fans still rep his profile picture. But it's just something about this profile picture that brings the absolute demon out these kids. Not to mention all the corny ass profile picture edits they do of him already. It will either be him dressed in like an Akatsuki uniform or something, or dressed up as Sasuke from Naruto. Bro, you're not edgy if you have these, man. It's just sad. What's even sadder too is now I cannot take anyone with an X profile picture as serious anymore. Which kind of sucks too, because I mean, I loved X. He was one of my favorite artists. There are other rappers too that have this similar type of shit as well. For example, people that have the NBA YoungBoy profile pictures. There are so many variations of this shit I cannot even count. Thinking of it now, this might be worse. I mean, an entire meme lingo kind of came out of these people saying YB better or mid or L plus ratio and all of that. That literally came mostly from like the NBA YoungBoy fans. I could do a whole video of toxic rap fan bases, but I'm not here to do that. I think they already speak for themselves. Moving on, the next people we've got is the K-pop stan profile pictures. Do I really have to talk about how toxic K-pop is? I mean, really, is there even a point? The people with K-pop profile pictures try their best to keep people from coming into the K-pop fan base. It's like they're the birth control of the genre itself. They'll say shit like, oh, you're just a local, you don't understand. And a local is pretty much a person who is just not in the K-pop fan base. Like, no shit, you dumb bitch. Why are you stating the obvious? They act like calling you a local puts you under them in some type of way. Which is funny too, because the people who say it aren't even from Korea. So why the fuck are you calling me a local when you live in Utah, you bitch? We both live in America. Like, we're both fucking local, if anything. It's mainly the Twitter people for this one too. Like, I know not all K-pop fans are toxic, but you guys just do not have a good track record. Next, we've got the Giga Chad profile pictures. As much as I love Giga Chad, the people with the profile pictures are just absolutely toxic. The Giga Chad fan base used to be nice at some point, but it just switched for some reason. Then all of a sudden you had people starting to act like racist, homophobic, all of this different shit. Then basically body shaming any fat person for just existing. They have like the Andrew Tate mentality where if you're depressed, just get the fuck up and do some push-ups, you stupid bitch. The crazy thing too is that the Giga Chad account itself is not even real. It's just some Photoshop project and people started taking it for real. Then he gained a fan base, which is actually pretty funny to me. Anyways, the next one we got is the sports player profile pictures. This one should speak for itself, really. I mean, this makes sense too. People have literally DIED'd over sports events and shit. Sports fans take shit to the fucking max. Like, it's just crazy how defensive they'll get over their favorite player or favorite team or something. If you say one thing wrong about their favorite player, you'll end up face down in a river 3 days later. Like, some of them take meat riding to a whole other magnitude, which is funny to me because I've never really been into like sports watching and teams and all of that. So seeing a bunch of teenagers and grown men fighting over which other grown man is better than another grown man is just kind of funny to me. Meanwhile, the players don't even care like that. They're just trying to make their money. Anyways, moving on to the next one, we got the gacha profile pictures. I know you knew it had to come up. See, I think these people with these profile pictures are more just kind of cringe. One of the top search results for gacha is literally just cringe. And it makes sense too. I mean, they're just kids and kids do cringe things. They'll spend hundreds of dollars of this in-game loot, which is just utterly meaningless. You buy one hat in the game for like 400 butt-fuck schmeckles, which is the equivalent to like $4,000 in real-world money. But from time to time, I've seen an annoying-ass kid with a gacha profile picture. And since kids are immature, they always want to get the last word in, so I'm not surprised. They'll make sure of it too while responding to you on their crusty-ass iPad. Next, we got the Patrick Bateman profile picture. I think we all know Patrick Bateman, but if you don't know, he's pretty much like the villain protagonist of the movie American Psycho, which is an absolute banger, by the way. It started trending more this year because of the memes for some reason. Like, the movie was literally made in the year 2000, which is kind of funny. So now you have a lot of people using him as their profile picture, and they are so toxic for no reason. I think everyone who has him as their profile picture will define themselves as a Sigma male or something. In reality, you're not, and you're just a fucking loser. The term Sigma male itself is already ruined just as much as the word alpha. And now I know if you have this profile picture, you definitely watch Andrew Tate videos on Rewind. You shouldn't be trying to relate to someone who is quite literally a psycho. He's just a character played by an actor, but these people seem to forget that for some reason. And last, we're gonna end this off with the Genshin Impact profile picture. Or should I say Genshin? I've never even played Genshin Impact, but I've heard the fan base is just beyond different. And also that the people with the profile pictures from there are even worse. Also, I couldn't really classify this as an anime one because it's like a game, so I just put it right here. And for some reason, a lot of them like putting a McDonald's hat over their profile pictures because they think it's like quirky or something. Well, I think it's to make it quirky or something. I don't know, but it's just corny as shit either way. Anyways, Genshin is just generally shitted on because people see the people that play as the equivalent of like Chris Chan. And I think that's it for this list, folks. You know, that's the most I could think of, really. If you guys know more, I mean, shit, go ahead and comment some and I can maybe do a part 2 in the future. Also, I just want to announce I opened a goddamn second live channel. Well, I actually go live on this bitch, so turn on notifications if you don't already have it on. Like, I mean, come on now. But all my live content will be posted over there if you don't have time to watch the lives either way. So go sub the F up to that one. It's going to be in the description of this video, and also it should be in like the live featured channels on my channel. Also follow my TikTok and my Instagram. As always, I love you guys consensually, and until next time, I'm out.